critical thinking has always been a big part of the GED test, but it's becoming more pronounced in 2014. And on the GED science test, a lot of the science practices are going to rest on what's called the scientific method. And a skill I always used to like to teach my students was the skill of a hypothesis. So I wouldn't start off by saying I'm teaching the skill of a hypothesis. I'd start off with a concrete situation in our community. I used to teach on the near west side of Chicago. And we had a lot of mom and pop grocery stores, but they started closing down. And I just say to them, why do you think the store on the corner closed down? And they'd come up with all kinds of reasons. Prices got too high, or there's a new supermarket that opened in the neighborhood. They came up with 3 or 4 reasons. And I said, you know what you've done, and then I'd write on the board, you've come up with a hypothesis. And I'd explain what a hypothesis was. It was a conjecture about something that you observed. And then I'd lay that in the middle of the scientific method, and all of a sudden they owned that word, and that they understood what that concept was because they had actually made a hypothesis before I gave them the terminology for it, and then I used that as a basis for introducing the scientific method. And I think anytime you ground a critical thinking skill, start with people's real life experience and then move up to the terminology and then its application, you're going to have a stronger foundation with the students.